Ooh, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing start to your Wednesday. And I say that, I swear, with all confidence. I know today's already off to a horrible start. Tesla is dropping so hard. Literally everything. BA, very aggressive drop. Overall market, very aggressive drop. PTON is not doing too bad for those that are in PTON with me. It's a rough one. It's definitely a rough one. And yeah, let's see, I guess, what Tesla brings today. Tesla had a nice push, if I'm not mistaken, right at market open. It hit highs of 565 and then a very aggressive drop. So you guys can obviously see that there's a lot of volatility. One of the things that I do want to highlight is, again, at the end of the day, no one can ever predict the future, right? One of the things that you can simply do is prepare for it, right? And manage that risk. And that was the whole point of yesterday's video. I didn't know that Tesla was actually going to begin to make lower lows and lower highs and break below the EMA line. It was just something that, like, it would have not surprised me if it did. And I think for the past week, and you guys can correct me if you guys think I'm wrong, for the past week to week and a half, I've been trying to do my part in not overhyping Tesla because of how overbought it was. I was trying to prepare and anticipate a pullback because we knew it was bound to happen. And when we look at this on the 180-day chart, this is really just in the early stages of a potential, pullback to the SMA line if it ends up correcting itself all the way back there. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I hope doesn't really come as a surprise for a lot of you. It's something that I feel like a lot of people anticipated. So we'll just have to, deal with it. And I hope that this only encourages you that much more in the future to watch that position size, to, always take into consideration that, all great things to at some point must come to an end. And it doesn't mean that this is the end of Tesla. It's just a healthy pullback. Pullbacks are healthy long-term, especially if you're a long-term investor. So Tesla's dropping because Elon Musk said the production costs are reduced because it doesn't. I did read a little bit on that, but obviously it didn't work out so well. So I saw an article about that. Waiting for the 400s with my 5 shares. I like that, Takashi. I don't know if we'll get down to 400. It would make sense, right, based off of that SMA line, but I'm not too sure if this specific news would be detrimental enough to pull it back to the 400s. So start shorting people, make money on the way down, 3K already. Tony, super happy to hear that. Of course, with something that's so bullish, if it begins to pick back up and someone doesn't know how to manage the risk, that would be a very uneventful trade for them. So shorting does come at a much greater form of risk, and of course we always want to make sure that we take that into consideration before encouraging beginners to begin to short. So it's the profit-taking month of mutual and hedge funds. There's probably going to be a lot of selling this month because of the end of the month. James, one of the things that we do want to remind you is, especially for Tesla itself, I believe they have up until December 18th to buy into, right, because of the S&P 500, to buy into Tesla. So big picture, I was expecting, because let's be honest, it's been pushing up for what, 15, 20 days? What is this? So the 9th of November, right? So over 20 days. So over 20 days, it's been bullish. A nice little healthy pullback before a nice little rally would make sense. I was genuinely curious, right? I was just like, dude, is this thing really not going to pull back until it gets, added to the S&P 500? All the comments, all the videos I saw were like, Tesla's going to continue to uptrend until it hits, until it gets added on December 21st. And I was like, wow, that would be like one of the longest green streaks I think I have ever seen. But this healthy little pullback, I think will, kind of like calm people down, and then the hype will follow once it begins to pick right back up. So, but alrighty, let's see what we got going on. All right. So I got a little position on SQs. Let's set my alert to see if we get a breakout here. PTON, yeah, PTON is not doing too bad. For those that like it, great. For those that don't, it's all good. I 100% understand. We can see that we are approaching previous resistance levels based off of yesterday's performance, so something to take into consideration. If you want to lock in profits, all power to you. Here it goes. So we got SQs getting a little bit closer. I'm going to set my limit order. So if we make new highs. Oh, I didn't expect it to be that far away. There it goes. Are you guys restocking the Bull Boy sweater soon? Andres, we don't restock anything. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're new to our team, but this is why, honestly, this is why I try so hard to always give our Learn Plan Profit team a head start on the apparel. I know a lot of you guys are not into it, but for those that are, we never buy too many. The quantity amounts are, we're a very small store. We in-house everything here, so we try to keep it at low quantity. We try to keep the quality up. We ship everything out from, where we package everything here, and I do apologize, but I always do try to remind you guys that you guys have first dibs, and after we sell out, we just move on to the next design. I'm sorry about that. I don't think we have any sweatshirts in stock. There it goes. Alrighty, got filled on SQs. Wow, it is still pushing so hard right now. Oh, look at Tesla. Tesla dropping pretty hard right now. All right, we got an interesting day ahead of us. This should be fun. If you're someone that doesn't deal well with managing risk, let's talk about intentions. Let's talk about intentions. I really want to talk about that because I think it's super important on days like this. If you are someone that's a day trader and the overall direction is against you as of right now and you suck at cutting losses, I don't want to say that maybe today is not your day, but today is a day where you're going to have to be very, very selective and have structure. The overall direction for a lot of these stocks are against you. That's one approach, right? For our swing traders or for our investors, your job is to buy when it's a good deal and hold for a longer period of time. So as Tesla pulls back, this could be in the very early stages, but it would make sense for your long positions on why then you can begin to pick up Tesla for a discounted price based off of previous highs. And if you see long-term growth for a good deal, and then continue to pick it up, right? So your intention, it's all about your intent. And your intent with swing trading or investing is, again, so much different than if I'm approaching this as a day trader and the overall direction is against me, then, it probably isn't the best idea for me to trade something that has such a bearish direction today, right? And there it goes. It's testing 540. It looks like we might be making new lows. We'll see. We haven't been able to break back above, 555. So we'll see PTN pushed up. Wow, I like that. I appreciate the heads up. These are nice to me today. I like it. All right. So, there's still some opportunity out there, right? We got SQs with a nice little pullback for the boys and the girls, right? So, let's see what we got. PLTR finally going up. Is that Peloton? All right, let's check this one out. Okay, looks like it's trying to find a support level. I see why you're paying attention to this. I would be very careful though. It's still below the EMA line, but it could be in the very early stages of a reversal. I like what you were seeing. SMA line, 20-day 1 hour chart. Look into that, right? See if we actually begin to indicate signs of an uptrend. I'll set my alerts and let me catch your name super quick. So, where are you? Martin. I'm going to expect to follow up with you on that specific position and see where we go from there. All right? The PFE. Was that, I believe I heard of a vaccine. I don't remember exactly which one. is going to begin distribution in Europe for their vaccine. Is that correct? Is that per for PFE? Is that it? Holding this downtrend. I'm still up 15K. Yeah, again, it all has to do with your intention. If you're going long on Tesla, I understand why you're holding. If you're day trading it, then your approach is different. UK approved. Okay, so yeah, that's the positive news. I woke up super early, and you guys ever do this? I woke up super early. I'm looking at all the different like news tabs on TD Ameritrade, on my little TOS app, and I was half asleep, half awake, but I remember I'm pretty sure I read that it was Europe passed or approved the new drug, but I wasn't 100% too sure. So yeah, but it seems like it's PFE. So how is Moderna doing today? mRNA. So this one's pulling back today. So again, hype was present, became overbought, and it's pulling back. That's a significant pullback. Hype, it's an overreaction for sure. When it pushed up, it's down 26%. This is why it's so important, so important to understand high levels and low levels and when hype is present. Perfect example. Even with something that is working on, obviously something that is very solid, right? And something that we're all seeking, which is this vaccine. Taking into consideration that overreactions are something that happens to everything, not just, Tesla. Dude, hype a month ago it was around 60. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of demand right now, right? I wouldn't say a month ago, right? Around that general time, more like 2 months ago, but around $60 a share. But yeah, I mean we've been following mRNA since the very beginning of when it first originally announced or received that $5 billion contract under the U.S. So yeah, we've been paying attention to them. I'm well aware of it. What's going on, Sebastian? So we got GME, Leo. I like it. Overall, nice little uptrend. This is a 20-day 1 hour chart. All right. So testing support levels here. We'll see if it continues its momentum. Do you guys see something going on here? What do you guys see here? Old resistance levels are becoming new support levels. Do you guys see that? Old resistance levels becoming new support levels. We're at least testing it. It doesn't have to continue. It has up and coming earnings. Let's remind everyone that earnings has not been the most successful thing for Q3 just due to all the uncertainty for both tech and industrial or retail. Sorry. As of right now, I would set my alerts to see if we begin to make higher highs, and I would also set my alerts if we begin to actually make lower lows, as it wouldn't be much of a surprise, right? All right. I'm trying to. You guys are very active today. I like it. It seems like this is definitely catching your guys' attention with obviously certain stocks selling off. How can I ask you guys? I mean, I want to talk to you guys. We don't have to do so much analysis, but I want to talk to you guys. How do you guys feel right now? Are you guys? I just feel like a lot of people because, do you guys feel okay? Did you guys still have a heavy position on a lot of these tech stocks? Were you in heavy in Tesla? I want to know kind of what your plan was. What we plan to do to prevent this later on. I can see that you guys are being more active than you normally are, and I think it has, again, correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with you're uncertain of what's going on right now. Was heavy in NIO. I haven't even checked NIO today. I just knew it pulled back yesterday. Okay, it's down another 8%. Wow. Okay, this has to do with the delisting, right, of China stocks. Okay, testing SMA line. So awful was only in 2 trades, swing trading, and the 2 stops tapped out this morning. I'm loving this. Okay, so I'm still in NIO. I have a small position. Okay, I sold everything 2 days ago. Too nervous to take any positions, so being more selective. I like that. So I had a heavy position on NIO. So it seems like a lot of people were heavy in EV. NIO pulling back hard. Yep, definitely pulling back. Cut losses on GPS. So that's gap, right? Where's that one at right now? Okay, there's not a break of pattern, but I'll respect you cutting losses. You're managing your risk and you're doing your part. It's still around the SMA line, so yeah. Will this affect them? Yeah, there should be more buying pressure because of that, right? Because they have up until December 18th. So that's what I was talking about, where it's pulling back right now, but they have up until December 18th to buy into the, to Tesla and stuff like that. So still holding NIO. What are your thoughts? And again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I know I've been mainly focusing on Tesla, but it seems like a lot of you guys were invested in NIO. I get it, trust me. And I know it's not because of me, but it was a very popular stock, right? It was very hyped up. It was very bullish. So I get it. Like I get why you found it to be so attractive. This is just a perfect example of I'm all for taking advantage of bullish opportunities. Trust me. I'm like, it makes sense. It was bullish. The overall direction was against you. The overall direction was with you, right, in your favor because it was so bullish. But what is the one thing? What is the one thing that was not attractive about NIO? So it was bullish, right? And it was consistently uptrending. But what is one thing about NIO and when it was trading at $50, $55 that, based off of what you know of me, probably wasn't the most attractive? What would you say? Overhyped, overbought, right? So we have a couple people saying that's all. So not having products on the road, yeah, very, very Nikola-like, right? It was fluff. And let me tell you this, right? Like, let's be honest. NIO, like, I don't want to compare NIO to Nikola because if I'm not mistaken, I feel like there's a little bit more backing on NIO based off of what I've heard and what I've read. I don't want to compare it to Nikola, but I do agree with you. Like, they do have a lot to prove. I think we can all agree on that, right? But mainly, it's that it was so overhyped up, and you guys all were aware of this because you guys are all saying it right now, that there's a lot of EV hype right now that is present. And NIO was doing an amazing job positioning themselves as, the top competitor in China. A lot of hype was present. But because it became so overbought, all I want to remind you is, like, I get it for day traders. For day traders, intraday, meaning that your positions within the day, like, why you take advantage of something that is so bullish. It doesn't need to be super reputable, right? People, aggressively trade momentum stocks, penny stocks. Those are not reputable companies. They're momentum, right? And there's hype, there's demand with them within that specific time range. Mainly, penny stocks just last a shorter period of time. This has more attention and it lasted for a much longer period of time. But for people that were holding, that bought at 50 and 55 levels, right, at $50 or 55, how could you not have anticipated this pullback? How could this have surprised you? Or why did you go in so heavy and hold it overnight? I am all for it. If you go in heavy and it's bullish on the day, take advantage of your opportunity, lock in profits. If you want to keep a small position overnight, just in case it gaps up, all for it. But then there's days like this that, okay, when that hype is no longer there, when there's negative news that acts as a negative catalyst and it pulls back, this is the whole point that, like, I try to repeat myself over and over and over and over and over again, is so you don't put yourself in the same position that I've been put at before. And it's not like that anyone can predict the future, but this literally happens all the time. Every stock, every hype EV stock, it happens. And I hope and wish nothing but the best for NIO. I really do. I really do hope that it just continues to uptrend and it recovers from this. I'm never here to try to hope for the worst for a company. Not at all. Competition instills creativity. I think it would be amazing for Tesla. But you just have to understand when it becomes too risky, when the opportunity cost, when the risk exceeds the reward. And that's all I want to share with you guys, right? It happens. Trust me, it happens. It sucks. It's a tough pill to swallow. I understand the position that you're probably feeling that you're in as of right now. Yeah. So it's just important to understand when a stock breaks its pattern, or when something is overhyped up, that you should watch your position size. Loss is inevitable in the stock market, right? It is simply your job to manage it with your position size and with your exit. So we only have room to grow here. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram post yesterday, but on YouTube, I was originally down about $500, and then Tesla pushed up. I locked in a portion of my position, and then I ended up being, up $400 on the day. So I ended yesterday actually in the green, which was kind of, interesting. But today, and the way that it's playing out, pretty sure, pretty solid, pretty confident I'm going to have a red day. And it's not the end of the world. It happens. Yeah, it's like a bummy feeling, but again, we only have room to grow. I made a lot of mistakes yesterday. Today, I'm not trading too aggressively, so I wouldn't say that I've made too many mistakes, but I'm all for it, right? There's only more room for improvement. If we make mistakes, then that just means that we have more to learn from our experiences, and also, just think about it. Well, how amazing is it that you're not trading with a lot more money? And this is the whole point of growing and scaling. Let's make these mistakes now to benefit and scale our future self. So we got this. We got this in the bag. We just gotta implement structure. It's hard to be successful in such a open market when we have no structure and no discipline, right? Let's be honest. It's the free markets that come and follow with the biggest responsibility. So after a red week, how do you get back up? I would really watch your position size, and I would try to gain back your confidence. Not about the dollar amount, not about, it's not about, I want to make back the money. Like, you will make back. It's all about structure, and it's all about gaining your confidence back and showing yourself that you can do it. So instead of buying so many shares, buy one. Prove it to yourself that you could implement structure, that you could be selective, that you only take advantage of opportunities and stuff like that. Do you get what I mean? You got this. It happens, Harris. Trust me, it happens. Is Tesla still pushing? Yep, there it goes. Wow, a lot of movement. I need some water. I'm a little parched. How do you maintain your composure when holding a winning trade? Experience and position size. Obviously, when you're first getting started, Alexander, I was just like you. I still get like that. Let's be completely honest. You guys know that, it's not a question that I enjoy doing what it is that I do every day. You guys see when I have winning trades, when I'm locking in profits, when I'm screaming, ooh-wee. You guys know that I enjoy it. My emotions are there, but over time, just like, when you're a little kid and you get presents, you're super ecstatic, and as you get into your teenage years, it just becomes you become more conditioned to with that excitement, and the same thing happens with trading. I actually think that was a pretty good example. Damn. Okay, that was not. I normally don't have the best examples or analogies, but that was a pretty good one. But do you get what I mean? It's over time, and by watching your position size, don't be afraid to lock in profits, and also, just implement structure, trailing stop loss, stop limit, however it is that you want to exit. Analogy God. Oh, the money dance. Oh no. American Airlines DAL uptrending. Is Boeing uptrended? I have a position on Boeing on my long-term plays. Let's see. BA. All right, not bad. It's not doing too bad on the day in comparison to everything else, right? Especially with this talk about the vaccine. Makes sense on why it's trying to gap up. So it's not, it's green on the day. It's not red. And then DAL. I have all my airline stocks here. If you guys need help picking out airlines, these are just some of the ones that I have here. So we can go here, and then here are some of them. So JBLU, oh, I need to link it. JBLU, so that one's down 4%. Hawaiian Airlines down 2%. Yeah, that wouldn't really benefit from it, huh? American Airlines in the green. Southwest kind of break even. Save up pretty, almost up the most. UAL, United Airlines. Jets is the ETF, so it's not doing too bad. It's almost break even. DAL, not doing too shabby. Alaska Airlines or group holding there, and then Boeing's actually doing the best, so happy to see. If you guys have any other airlines that you guys would like me to add to my watch list, share it with me. Share it. Where the heck did my PTO on go? Am I blind? What happened? I keep removing stocks out of my watch list. There we go. I'm not excited. You're excited. Solid resistance level, right? At 560 as of right now. MACD, RSI, everything looks a little bit more on the overbought side, so we could anticipate a pullback. There it goes. Let's see if we end up going back up here. But ELAN. Oh, thank you. What? What's this? No, I thought this was... What's Emirates? Does Emirates have a ticker? VRYYF. VRYYF. The Very Good Food Company. Wow, what a name. Very low volume, something to take into consideration. Very overbought. It's pulling back right now, testing EMA line. It does that quite often, pushes up, becomes overbought, pulls back, tests for a while, right, almost a week to 2 weeks, and then it begins that upward momentum. So understand what stages it is of the 3 stages of a reversal, right? We've talked about this before: rejection, consolidation, and confirmation. So right now, looks like it's more in the rejection phase. It's up to you and what your intention is. It's been very bullish. Looks like recently it's been receiving a lot more demand, so something to take into consideration on being a little iffy about it. Alrighty, where'd you guys go? Is CRM oversold? I'm actually really glad you brought that one up. I wanted to talk about that one today. I'm probably going to talk about that one as my video for the day. And I know my videos, when I talk about other stocks that are not popular stocks, probably won't do good. But I think I'll talk to you guys about it first. We'll share a couple ideas, and then we'll go from there. So here it goes. Nice little push for the boys. Oh, little Tesla trying to be nice to me? What? I don't believe it. Come on. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, I was like, Emirates, I didn't know that was publicly traded. But is it? ENBD? Yeah. The money dance. The little. I feel like what happened to Tesla today is a good experience for us newbies. Um, I'm all for right experiences and I'm all for lesson learned. But I hope that you guys know that, and I feel like I get bombarded. You guys can see with yesterday's video the amount of like hate in the comment sections that I get for talking bad about Tesla. And I'm not even talking bad about it. All I say in that video, and every video, I've tried to do my part because I know I've been trading Tesla every single day. And please let me know if I could have done something better. But like I tried to do my part in like not overhyping something that I'm in. I tried to even just talk more about the risk involved than I do about the upside. I talked about keeping a smaller position size. I talked about, hey, it's very overbought. And people just get so offended. Like, they get so offended when you're like, no, Tesla's going to Mars. I'm just like, I'm all for that, dude. I have an open position in Tesla for a reason. If it goes to Mars, I'm right there with you. I will put the seatbelt on right next to you. But I'm not going to go all in on something that is not a good deal. And let's be honest, we're deal hunters. So I tried to do my part, right? I can never tell you what to do. I can simply talk about what I'm doing and why. I want you to always think about that. It's don't pay attention to, don't be so obsessive about what people are doing exactly, but understand the why, the reasoning behind something. That is so much more valuable. It's not like, hey, can you hear me, but are you listening? Do you get what I mean? It needs to make sense. You need to understand the intention. That's what problem solving is. So any chance of adding a Forex chat on Discord? We would not be adding a Forex chat. We're not a Forex group, so I appreciate you asking though. There's no life on Mars. Wow, I actually like that. But if I were to say that in a video, I would be bombarded by a bunch of like hate messages. Oh, I like that, Tyler. So another example of someone who is not ready to trade is when you are so invested that they only believe in the upside. Perfect. That is a perfect example of a one-sided, narrow-minded individual. And I'm all for it. I mean, I'm all for that. If people are long on a position, great. But you can't think it's not going to pull back. You really think it's not? It's just going to continue to boop, 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 boop. Right? And trust me, it sucks, especially if you were, I had my 50 shares in Tesla, so when it pulled back, it hurt. It's a tough pill to swallow. But this is why it would have hurt a lot more if I had 180 shares in Tesla, right? It's all about risk management. It's all about position size. And I hope, again, we talked about it yesterday. Write down how you feel. Write down what happened, what you did wrong, what you could have done better, and how you feel right now. So next time you're in a similar position, I know not even half of you will do this because it means that you have to go out of your way to implement structure. But for those that really want to see some progress, a simple little message that you can have next to your trading station. So next time you are put in a similar position, if you actually, the only way to make progress and consistent progress is to not make the same mistake again. Right? We've talked about it before. What is the idea of someone doing something over and over again and expecting a different result? What is that? When you make the same mistake over and over again and you expect a different result. You got it, Chris. Insanity, right? You think the overall stock market is against you? You think it's impossible? No, you just need to implement structure. It takes time. It's not an easy market to be successful in. We've never said it was, right? You need structure. You'll make mistakes. Loss is inevitable. You just need to learn how to manage it. This is not a 9-to-5 job. I come from a 9-to-5 background. My whole family comes from a 9-to-5 background. Right? It's not you input a certain amount of hours of your time and you deserve a direct output of pay. In the stock market, no one deserves anything. Everything is earned. There's transactions happening, and it is based on your ability to determine opportunity and to understand when to get in, when to get out, and when to cut losses. That is what it's based off of. Right? Oh my God, Joe's like, my girlfriend must be insane, then waiting for me to become the perfect man. You guys are crazy. Oh man, too funny. So can you talk a little bit about level 2 and both sides of the bid and ask are red? Yeah, I mean, if it's red on the bid side, it just means that it's dropping. When it's, when it comes down to like the ask and it turns red, again, dropping. Green just means that it's going up. So it's very simple. They can both be green. They can both be red. It all determines on the way that it's moving. So we talk about level 2. I have it in the course and I have a video about it on YouTube. If you have specific questions, I'm all for asking them, but answering them. But yeah. Did you remove the breakout arrows in the MACD chart? Yeah, I don't think I've ever, I haven't had those in a really long time. So yeah, I removed them. I don't find them to be that, I don't like too much nonsense. There's already enough craziness going on in my screen and in my head. So I don't need all of that. So you cannot have a stop and a stop loss, stop limit, none of that during the aftermarket. You have to limit sell your order. So it's like you're selling a position, but during extended hours. So Kenneth, yeah. LAC, what's going on, Dustin? Let's break that one down for you. I appreciate you going out of your way and posting it in the ticker call out format. So looks like a pretty significant drop today, 8%. So okay, so it looks like it got rejected off of the SMA line. That doesn't surprise me. It's done this before, right? Gets rejected, sells right back off. Previous support level right around $10. We'll see if it finds a support here, and then if it begins to indicate signs of an uptrend. So based off of previous resistance levels and right now at the lower $10 value, upside's about 18-20%. So I see why you're paying attention to it. But look at this. You see how it trades, and it sells off for a period of time. It finds a support level. This is almost a perfect example. What is this? The 3 stages of a reversal. Rejection, consolidation, confirmation. Rejection, consolidation, right? No more lower lows. Confirmation, rejection, consolidation, confirmation. Rejection, understanding the 3 stages. We've talked about this over and over again, right? It's understanding, it's anyone can get lucky buying a stock and selling it. It's understanding when your criteria is met and when that opportunity presents itself, that it makes sense to lock in profits. So yeah, 100%. So this thing isn't something that's making really higher highs or anything like that. It's, there's a small gap of opportunity. So you have to try to like ask yourself, is this something that meets my criteria? Is it worth the risk? So it's not something that's continuously ascending. This is more of like a consolidation, horizontal pattern as of right now. But why didn't anyone tell me Tesla's still pushing up? What the heck? Come on, boys. I thought you guys had my back. No one told me it broke above the SMA line? I'm offended. Watch your SQs. I know. I only have 300 shares. So, I only have 300. Yeah, I'm down $40 on the open. I'm still up on the overall day. But I appreciate you looking out for me. But that's why I'm watching my position size. I plan to go in with $1,000 shares when I get full confirmation. PTON is pushing. You know what my people say? Si se puede. Just kidding. I'm just trying to make you guys laugh because I want to not have you guys be so sad. So, all right, let's talk about CRM. Is that cool? I want to talk about CRM, share a couple ideas. Selling off even a little bit more today, 8%. It can still continue to sell off. Look at that. It broke below previous support levels. Actually, as of right now, it's not looking too hot. At a previous support level at 230. Today it dropped to 221. So still selling off. Overall market super bearish. And it's very, very oversold, but it's very, very bearish as of right now. So I want to look into the fundamentals, what exactly happened. It looks like it hit lows of 215, but it's already trying to gap back up. I just wanted to talk about it as it's a stock that was doing pretty well, but aggressively sold off due to unfortunate news. So based off of overall lows and based off of recent, not overall highs, but recent highs, it's a 20% margin. And I find that to be attractive. If you agree, you can add it to your watch list and follow up with it. If you don't agree, then guess what? If you don't agree with me, I think that's absolutely, positively amazing. You're entitled to your own opinion just like I am, and it's all about being selective and only choosing to take advantage of opportunities that make sense to you. Just because I trade something, trust me, I am wrong a lot of times. I am just more right than I am wrong when it comes down to having heavy positions. So do you guys think that Tesla's a buy right now or just wait a little bit longer? It depends on your intention. It's all about intentions. If you're going long on something and you want to add a little bit to your position size, again, you're getting it for a deal in a sense based off previous patterns. When it comes down to you want to day trade it, this is where you get into like shaky ground when the direction is against you. So Ricky woke up in the crackhead side today. Dude, the amount of people, especially, I don't think I speak pretty quick during our live trading sessions, but if you guys have ever watched any of my very old videos, the popular ones of like when I explain like certain indicators and stuff like that, people love to say that like I would do drugs or that like I was on Adderall, right? Just imagine me with how much energy I have now and actually being on that. People always think that I drink a bunch of coffee. I drink no coffee. I drink chocolate milk. I drink a lot of water. I have Dr. Pepper from time to time. But just imagine if I was on Adderall. Oh man, that would not be good. I remember because we started getting those comments a lot when I first started my YouTube channel. And the boys were all saying like, dude, you would be insane. He's like, we would just fund your account a certain dollar amount, and I was like, we would just let you go for 8 hours and see what you can make happen. So, but no, I don't do any of that. I've been blessed with very fortunate energy, right? I think it stems from my chocolate milk consumption. Not bad, dude. Coffee is the nectar of the gods. You guys crack me up. Usually we buy everything and short and everything. That'd be too funny. So I'm gonna close another portion of my position as of right now, and it's just becoming a little bit more on the overbought side. So I'm not afraid. Hey boys. You guys cracked me up. All right. Did you guys have fun today? Did I lighten up the mood a little bit? I just hope that I lightened it up a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to go drink some chocolate milk, get my energy back, and yeah, try to make the most of it. So I'm having a lot of fun with what it is that we're being presented right now, and I'm just trying to make the most of it. I hope that you guys are as well. Understand that if you made a mistake, if you took a loss, you need to learn from it. Watch your position size. Let's make some progress, and even in a small way. I don't need you to never make this mistake again. That's not realistic. We're human. There's human error. We get emotional. It's what's one step that you could have done differently? I want to start with that, right? Write it down, share it with yourself, and let's be honest, you're the only one that can hold yourself accountable. Let's be honest, that is true. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I can't. No one else should. It comes down to how bad you want it. Let's make small progress every day and just get a little bit better. I don't care if your day's green. I don't care if your day is red. There's always room for improvement. So, alrighty. I appreciate your guys' time. So this one was great. Couldn't stop laughing. I like it. Well, I'm so happy and so fortunate to have been able to spend my morning with all of you amazing people. And I mean that. You guys definitely are lightening up the mood for me as well. And I hope I just shed some light in your day as well. I appreciate you guys' time. Feel free, if you guys want to share anything on Instagram and you want me to repost it, just tag me. Oh man, this thing's making me too happy. PTON just broke above a resistance level. And guys, we're doing too good. Oh boys, not bad, not bad. All right, we're gonna make the most of it. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Stay dialed, continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be what drives your success, manage that risk, don't be afraid to lock in profits. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Discord. Feel free to tag me on Instagram if you guys want to be reposted. But also, for everyone that ordered everything from the Bull Boy collection, when you get your package, don't just take a picture of the package. I want to see you wearing the shirt. I want to repost you. I can't post 10 different people that just post the TechBlitz package. I want to see your amazing face in the picture so I can highlight you. I need to see the team. I see usernames all day. Please, I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.